2 days left in Hanoi, zero plans, and a wallet that's already crying. But guess who's still roaming the city like they own it? Yeah, us. And Hanoi had thoughts about that. Let's go. Woke up to a humid Hanoi. Still half human after the Halong Bay adventure. But rest or not, we're out again. Because budget travelers don't get sick days. Or any days. And our first stop, the Temple of Literature. Grab is cheaper here. Efficient, and of course air-conditioned. A trifecta I delights in. Got tickets and roamed the complex. Trying to imagine what it looked like centuries ago. Scholars in robes, chanting, studying, stressing. Honestly, not too different from students today. Except these guys had no Wi-Fi and walked more. Every corner had centuries-old artifacts. The kind that makes you whisper even if no one told you to. I stared at these stone turtles thinking, these guys survived dynasties. I can barely survive Mondays. We visited the temple reverently. Quiet, respectful, and sweaty. Then, off to the next destination.
Người Việt Nam không phải mua chơi, đọc bảng người. Thank you.
So here's the thing. We meant to go to the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum. But our overconfidence said, it's the same thing. It was not. We ended up at the Ho Chi Minh Museum instead, which was massive, loud, confusing, and full of people who did not believe in reading quietly. Tour guides kept hijacking the displays I was still reading. Academically traumatic. I really tried to enjoy the museum, but today, Hanoi said, not this time, buddy. So we walked out thinking, maybe the next stop will give us peace. It was Sunday, so we grabbed a chance to hear Mass at St. Joseph's Cathedral, aka Hanoi's mini Notre Dame. Gothic and gorgeous. The cathedral is also a tourist spot, so once Mass wasn't happening, people were snapping photos everywhere. Respect the vibe, but also the architecture really slaps. And right after the Mass, we made a questionable decision. Lunch at a Mexican place. Yeah, Mexican food in Hanoi. My stomach and brain were confused. But who cares? We're living in a globalized society. All that non-Vietnamese food translates to extra calories. So, we decided to walk it out to Train Street. Only to replace them with sweet Vietnamese coffee. The plan was simple. Sit by the tracks, wait for the train, feel alive. We arrived just minutes before the train schedule. Perfect timing. Or so I thought. Until my final destination brain kicked in. I chickened out and went inside the cafe to film instead of sitting near the tracks. Survival first, YouTube later. The train whooshed by, loud, fast, and way too close for comfort. And after that near-death adrenaline rush, we needed something calmer. Sundown at Hoan Kiem Lake. Chill, breezy, the perfect cool down. We checked out the little temple in the middle, but there's an entrance fee, and honestly, I didn't want to distract actual worshippers with my confused touristy energy. So we admired it from afar like polite introverts. And then we saw it. A stunning Uniqlo store glowing like a fashion lighthouse. We were instantly pulled in. I had zero intentions of buying anything, and yet there I was. Tried their self-serve payment system for the first time. Smooth, futuristic, and slightly dangerous for my wallet. I have this weird personal tradition of trying localized McDonald's menu in every country I visit. It's greasy, not so healthy, but comforting. Yes, we got coffee again. Yes, at Starbucks. And yes, we ignored local cafes. Don't judge. We're just here for capitalism. We passed by a local coffee dealer, a literal caffeinated treasure. We stocked up like coffee smugglers, preparing for an apocalypse. Exhausted, done, broken, but happy. And tomorrow, Hanoi had one last plot twist for us. It was Monday and Hanoi was buzzing. Work mode on. Meanwhile, we were tourists in survival mode. We walked a full kilometer to Café Giang, passing street vendors, cute shops, and motorbikes determined to test my reflexes. The cafe looked simple, but the egg coffee? Absolute magic. The best one yet. But the high didn't last, because the next destination was another accidental fail. We attempted to visit the National Museum, but guess what? It's closed on Mondays. And today was Monday. Brilliant. Love that for us. So we improvised yet again and found the Prison Museum. Let me tell you, the place was eerie, heavy, depressing. The kind where you suddenly get quiet because history hangs in the air like a weight, tightening your chest. Still salty about the closed National Museum, we searched for another one and randomly found a university museum. The Museum of Social Sciences and Humanities had 0 visitors. We thought it was closed, but it had air conditioning, so we went in anyway. Comfort aside, our stomachs were calling from 12 kilometers away. At Aeon Mall. The moment we stepped in, we saw Jollibee. Instant patriotism unlocked. But we ain't patronizing right now. Lunch is at Marugame, except here it's called Marukame. Great! Then we did a supermarket haul for pasalubong. Snacks, coffee, questionable items we probably won't finish. And because hydration is important, a milk tea break, even if it's 80% sugar. And before the day ended, we decided to go somewhere 20 kilometers away. For no reason, just vibes. That's adult freedom. And here it is. Mega Grand World looks like Europe. Like aggressively European. I wanted to check Google Maps to confirm we were still in Vietnam. We took photos, roamed around, and waited for the lights to turn on. As the sun set, the place transformed into a mini fantasy land. The night wasn't done with us yet. Back in the old quarter, we stocked up on liniments because we felt our bodies would take their revenge back in Manila. We had dinner at a local eatery, sitting on chairs made for toddlers. The rice portions? Mountains, like there's a carb war. We grabbed our final Vietnamese coffee at a cute shop on the way back. Strong, very strong. The kind that makes you ask if sleep is overrated. And with that, the Hanoi journey ended. If you've enjoyed this video, kindly consider subscribing. Thanks for sticking around. Until next time.